In the series I think that Clara seems to play a mysterious and ambiguous role. Various clues and intriguing behaviors suggest that she may be more than just a simple resident of this strange village, possibly even an agent of a dark force controlling this place. A possible accomplice of dark forces, Clara is suspected of being an accomplice to a dark entity manipulating the town and its inhabitants. She appears well informed about the dangers and the presence of this mysterious force. For example, when Jasmine seduces a man to deceive him and let the monsters into the house, Clara may be involved or aware of this manipulation, contributing to the chaos.
To establish a link between Clara, Jasmine, and the monsters, we can consider Clara as a key figure in manipulating Kevin and in the plan to bring the creatures to Colony House. Here's how these connections could develop.
Clara as the silent instigator.
Clara could have been the one behind the entire manipulation, orchestrating a complex plan. She might have pushed Jasmine to seduce Kevin, making him believe that love and gestures like flowers were the way to earn his trust. In this scenario, Clara knows Kevin's weaknesses and encourages Jasmine to exploit them, ultimately facilitating the creature's entry into Colony House.
A pact between Clara and the monsters.
Clara could be connected to the creatures in a way that others are unaware of. Perhaps she made a pact with them to avoid her own death or to gain something in return. In this case, she uses Jasmine as bait to get Kevin to place the flowers on the threshold, knowing this would weaken the protection of Colony House or attract the creatures. Clara would thus play the role of a puppet master, manipulating those around her to achieve her hidden objectives. Clara could be connected to the creatures in a way that others are unaware of. Perhaps she made a pact with them to avoid her own death or to gain something in return. In this case, she uses Jasmine as bait to get Kevin to place the flowers on the threshold, knowing this would weaken the protection of Colony House or attract the creatures. Clara would thus play the role of a puppet master, manipulating those around her to achieve her hidden objectives. The flowers could be some kind of mysterious signal that Clara understands better than anyone. If she knew that these flowers were needed to trigger the massacre, it would imply that she has knowledge or a special connection with the supernatural world. She might have passed on this knowledge to Jasmine, who then used it to manipulate Kevin. In this way, Clara stays in the background, but her influence looms over the entire manipulation. Clara appears innocent and sweet, but in reality she is complicit with Jasmine and the creatures. She is the silent instigator, helping Jasmine manipulate Kevin without getting her hands dirty. This discreet complicity creates a chain of manipulation. Clara manipulates Jasmine, Jasmine manipulates Kevin, and ultimately, the monsters enter Colony House through Kevin's actions. Clara may be more than just a resident. She appears to be an agent or envoy of the entity that controls the town. She would receive privileges and protection in exchange for her role as a manipulator or guardian of this cursed place's laws. Her bicycle and flowers in winter symbolize her connection to this dark force, allowing her to defy certain aspects of the town's reality. Her hostility towards Tabitha reveals a desire to maintain the status quo, as Tabitha could inspire other residents to resist. Clara thus seeks to neutralize any hope that could arise within the community, ensuring that the entity's influence remains intact. Reference to a higher entity in a conversation with Jade, Clara mentions the possibility of having "Do you think we made this place angry?" a powerful entity, suggesting that she is aware of this higher force. This indicates that she partially understands the rules and unseen dangers of this place, setting her apart from other residents, who are often lost and helpless in the face of supernatural phenomena. Fresh flowers in winter. One of the most unsettling details is Clara's possession of fresh flowers, despite winter making it impossible to grow healthy plants. While the other crops are rotting, she seems capable of keeping flowers in good condition. This could suggest a connection with supernatural forces granting her special privileges, or that she possesses occult knowledge allowing her to bypass natural laws. Conflict with Tabitha. During a community meeting at the diner, Clara clashes with Tabitha. She seems jealous or annoyed by Tabitha's success stories of surviving extreme dangers. This hostility could betray a sense of threat. Clara may see Tabitha as someone capable of challenging the rules of the higher entity and inspiring ideas of hope or rebellion among the residents, thus threatening the entity's control. The bicycle. Clara is the only one in the village who owns a bicycle, a unique item that allows her to move freely and quickly. In a place where resources are limited, the fact that she has this unique accessory can symbolize a certain form of privilege or freedom. This may signify her special position within the village's mysterious hierarchy. What especially strengthens my theory is the fact that Clara announced the arrival of the storm before anyone else, and she wasn't as excited as the other residents about the success or failure of communication with the outside world. Even though she pretended to be interested, she remained neutral and emotionless when she announced the coming storm. I asked ChatGPT and it responded like this: "It seems that Clara has a talent for anticipating natural events, almost as if she has a special connection with her environment. Perhaps she possesses a sensitivity or hidden knowledge that allows her to predict the arrival of the storm." In some stories, a character with this kind of foresight or vision is often endowed with a mysterious link to natural or supernatural forces, or even a power of premonition.
In short, Clara would be the central character who understands the true nature of the creatures and subtly manipulates others to achieve her goals. Her complicity with Jasmine makes this entire chain of events possible, and her hidden role makes the plot even darker and more complex, revealing a side of Clara that no one would have suspected at first glance.
In conclusion, Clara serves as an essential link between the inhabitants and this mysterious force, acting as a tool to maintain order and fear in the village. She plays her role with subtle hostility toward those who seem to question the entity's authority, all while keeping mystical elements that reinforce her appearance as an insider or protector of the town's secrets.
Dear viewers, here's an intriguing question. What do you think of Clara in this episode? Is she truly the innocent and helpful person she appears to be, or is she actually an accomplice of the dark entities and supernatural forces that haunt the town at all?